guys, my name's Alisha. I'm a zookeeper here at Reid Park Zoo, and I am back to give you an exciting update on our brand new grizzly bears. First of all, I am happy to announce that the bears have names. We involved Tucson and let the community choose their two favorite names, and the winners are Ronan and Finley. For the past 4 weeks, the bears have been here in our animal health center going through their normal quarantine process. It's given them a chance just to settle in. They're learning all about what their daily life is going to be like. They're building relationships with their new keepers, and it has been fantastic to get to see them come out of their shell. We're each learning that they have very distinct personalities. Our little boy Ronan, he's very curious. He loves to explore new things. Our female, Finley, is a little more reserved. She usually lets her brother take the lead with new enrichment items that are placed. So a huge part of a zookeeper's day is making sure that the animals are very mentally active and stimulated. We never want them to feel bored. So right away we started throwing a whole lot of different fun activities at the bears. We wanted to introduce them to paper and burlap sacks, cardboard tubes, sounds. We've been playing the radio for them and letting them watch movies, different smells like cinnamon and spices, different extracts. We found that both of the bears very much enjoy the water. They love their big tubs. They both enjoy being hosed down. Popsicles have become a daily treat for these guys. Sometimes they are fruit-filled, sometimes fish, meat, heart, chicken. We change it up and they go to town. They love to bite at it, scrape at it. It's a great way to help the bears cool off. And it's also nice because it helps the bears exhibit and get to utilize some of their natural behaviors. So the digging and the tearing and using their claws and teeth to get into the meat and all the good stuff of the popsicle. Something else we've been working very hard with the bears with is building a very strong relationship. We want them to know that the keepers are people that they can trust, that we're here to help them. And we do that by giving them lots of enrichment, making their days very enjoyable, and also through training. What the bears needed to learn was that a whistle sound means that they're going to get food. So once we established that, we were able to introduce a target, which is basically a tennis ball or a little buoy on the end of the stick. And they learned that if they push their nose to that target, we blow the whistle and give them a treat. So now that both of the bears are targeting well, we can move them from room to room. We can move them to stand up on 2 legs and get a good look at their belly. These are just the basic steps of training. One thing that I think is really cool to have watched was, in the beginning, Finley, the female, wanted to stay very close to her brother. She was uncomfortable straying too far. But after a couple weeks of training and learning her keepers, she's comfortable moving away from him for a few minutes to do a session, and he's actually okay letting her go. So it's been neat to see that their confidence is building day by day, and they're getting very comfortable here with us. Today is a super exciting day because the bears are moving from the Animal Health Center to their brand new renovated exhibit. So we immobilized our bears. We started with Finley. While the bears are under anesthesia, it's a really great opportunity for us and our veterinary staff to get a very thorough look at them. We looked at her teeth inside of her mouth to make sure everything looked great. Wildlife officials placed these green tags in their ears so they would be easily identifiable. Here at the zoo, those green tags are not necessary, so we removed them. Once we were finished with her health check, we moved her from the health center to the exhibit via the zoo van. Once she arrived safely at the exhibit, we transported her into the night house. We did a final check of breathing and respiratory. Everything looked great. So she was able to wake up in her brand new home, and then we moved on to Ronan. We weighed both of the bears. Ronan weighed in around 250 pounds. Finley weighed in around 200 pounds, which is a perfect weight for the bears being this size and age. We then moved Ronan onto the exam table. We looked at his teeth. We took out his green ear tags, took blood. Everything checked out great with Ronan, and then we moved him, just like we did Finley, down to the night house. I'm very happy to report that moving day went flawlessly. Both of the bears recovered well and were very happy to be reunited with each other. Now they're getting used to all the new sights and sounds of their new home, so we're just going to let them settle in over the next few weeks. We're very excited to share their progress with you, so keep an eye on our social media for the next big update.